real name's Broccoli.
This thing will poop all the way back to West Virginia. So I come back to LA where it's like all normal. Here we go, the fire! Yeah, Tom is back! You're watching Talk Stoop, the show that takes you to the heights of ecstasy and drops you like a hot potato and never calls again. I'm John Henson. Hey, we got a Christmas card from Christina, Carolyn, and Paula. Take a look at this right here. Look, ladies, first rule of journalism is never monitor watch. Oh. They're clearly looking at the monitor. Oh, my God, look, I look hot. I'm so much hotter than my friends. Ladies, look into the camera, for God's sake. And we got a card from Brian Carter. Check this out. Look at the bizarre appearance of Alan Wu circa Kurt Cobain right there, and then me, I don't know, I think I have dreads in that picture, and Senior Sock has hands. You know that's wrong. That can't be right. And the rest of you, hold your cards, man, because with the way the mailroom works here, we won't get them until like June of '98. That's not going to happen.
We got some nice ones.
We do. We have some nice ones, but we're not going to show them until Friday's show because we want to save our little adorned podium for you. We don't want to blow the surprise now. Yeah, it's going to be great. Coming up on today's show, the creators of South Park dress up like Turkish pimps. Some candidates for cremation get burned. Plus, this. Oh, yeah. Oh, Bullwinkle's got to lay off the starchy foods. That stuff will go right through you. First up, Tisha and Tremont have been together for 4 months. That's a whole decade in talk show years. Trouble is, Tremont has begun seeing another woman named Pumpkin. Oh, yeah. Pumpkin. And this Jerry Springer highlight, the two women work out their differences in a quiet, reasonable manner. More or less.
They ain't never been together while me and him was together, okay?
I see.
You see what I'm saying? Now, if they was together while me and him was together, then yeah, he gonna have to go on about his little business. But it's been me and him now, and she keep interfering with us.
And you don't want her to interfere anymore?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, why don't we, her name is Pumpkin? Okay. Well, my real name's Broccoli, so let's bring out 17-year-old Pumpkin.
Use the shoe as a weapon. Relax. I'll help you out if you relax.
Wow.
Yeah, all right.
Reading is fundamental. The pen is mightier than the sword, but the book is mightier than the shoe.
Is that because it's heavier?
Yes, Tom, because it's heavier and it has more sharp corners. Friday on Jerry, you dumped me, and now I'm going to badmouth you in front of your new sweetie. Embittered exes, out for revenge. That's Friday. Maybe somebody will take a shoe off there. You think? Maybe the jacket cover to a nice new hardback? The other night, Conan O'Brien and sidekick Andy Richter looked at some of America's newspapers, magazines, and supermarket circulars. Then they circled out the funny articles and laughed at them. Hold my hand, and I'll take you there.
That's right, folks. It's an ad for a children's painting easel. That's right. It's one of those nice, fun painting easels, you know, that the kids can use. But look what it says right here, next to the painting easel. It says, hey, at least you'll know exactly which Christmas gift turned your son gay.
People always blame it on the magic 8-ball.
Exactly.
But it's the easel.
Exactly. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, here's an ad from the Decatur Herald in Decatur, Indiana, Andy Richter's hometown.
Hello.
It's an ad for Ethel's homemade ice cream. It's just nice. It looks like nice, good homemade ice cream by Ethel. But look what it says right over here next to Ethel. It says, Ethel says, let me know if you find my diaphragm.
Those kind of ads make me glad I can't read. Friday on Conan, a sociological commentary upon our country's economically depressed agrarian regions. Or a grungy alternative rock band. You be the judge. It's Southern culture on the skids. If there's one thing that really ticks off dead people, it's having their ashes commingled. So deceased viewers will no doubt be appalled by the following Leza highlight. Here's an ex-cemetery employee by the name of Jeff discussing grave misconduct of his former co-workers.
Jeff is a former groundskeeper at a different cemetery where he claims that illegal activities were actually going on.
Yes,
and you
there was.
reported this?
Yes, I did.
What kind of stuff happened?
Well, they were doing multiple cremations and commingling of remains and the thievery of gold from the dentures of the decedents from the crematorium.
Taking the gold from the teeth and
Yes.
like pawning it or something?
They would take the gold to a pawn shop and sell it where they would buy dental gold.
But now when you would pay to have somebody cremated and you want those remains close to you or whatever the family chooses, they can't even be sure it's the remains of their loved one?
Absolutely not, because of the commingling that was taking place.
So they would say, well, if it was like, for instance, your loved one that was a tall person, they would say, we need to give X amount of ashes for that individual?
Well, they have a procedure where I worked in particular where they would weigh the remains 5 pounds for a female and 7 pounds for a male. 7 pounds.
Unbelievable.
That's what these things are happening every single day, and we have no idea.
The woman we just heard from is Toni Moore. She sued a cemetery for digging up graves in order to make room for new burials. The old corpses were reburied elsewhere. Or cast in the upcoming Love Boat reunion special. Ooh. Friday on Leza, meet guests who are hoping to reunite with the dearly departed. They'll be joined by a psychic who likes talking to dead folks. He doesn't care if their ashes have been commingled or cut with baby powder. He doesn't care. Yeah, that's what some people do. Yeah. You know, you get your deceased loved one, you look at it, you taste it, and you go, oh, this is stepped on. This is crap. You've screwed me. Coming up on Talk Soup, what is life like after death? We'll find out, plus Terry Bradshaw on dope. But first, behold, the poop moose.
You need to give her something.
How about this?
Oh, no, you can't give her this.
Oh, no, you know what this is?
It's the open for tomorrow.
No, it's the open for today. Watch this, watch.
Oh, please, you can't give her that.
They came from...
If Picasso, Freud, and Einstein were alive today, they'd all watch Talk Soup. But they're dead. A wooden moose that poops gumballs. Yeah, that's all I need to hear, and I'm sold on this Home and Family highlight. Never mind the fact that it features perky audience member Helen Moeller or host Christina Ferrari and Mike Berger. Never mind that it perfectly embodies the festive spirit of Christmas gift-giving. The only thing that matters in this whole stinking world is that moose and its candy crap. Yeah. Bring it on!
Hey, look what we have here. Helen Moeller from Huntington, West Virginia, came into the house like our Fam Tram does.
We abducted her.
She said, what, that you came out for?
My Christmas present is to see your show.
Oh, you know what?
How sweet is
Even though your name isn't Lucille, I want you to have this with the cookies in it. What else can we give her? We need to give her a present.
You should have that. Should be yours.
We need to give her something.
How about this?
Oh, no, you can't give her this.
Oh, no, you know what this is?
It's the open for tomorrow.
No, it's the open for today. Watch this, watch.
Oh, please, you can't give her that. That is...
Gumball.
Stop it.
Gumball,
That is so rude.
This thing will poop all the way back to West Virginia. Look at that thing.
If you wish to purchase a poop moose, simply dial 9... What is it?
Hey,
who's there?
Who's there?
Oh, my God, I don't believe it. It's Linda Evangelista. Hey! Oh, my God, look at that see-through dress. Come on over here and say hi. Yeah, come on.
This is Senor Sock with a special report. All next week, Talk Soup is featuring a series of specials featuring the best talk show highlights of 1997. 1 week from tonight, we will be showing the best of primetime country, hosted by my friend Gary Chapman. Oh. And on Christmas Day, Mike and Christina will host the best of Home and Family. Then, 2 weeks from tonight, E-Celebrity Profile profiles me, Senior Sock, in an all-star spectacular New Year's Eve. It features 40 of my celebrity friends. And January 1st, it's American Soup Stand, a great show featuring all of Talk Soup's musical parodies. Don't miss it. We now return you to the scheduled program already in progress.
Kidding me? Sure, I'll call you. Thanks. Yeah.
He's lucky, man.
Wow. That was all right. Where's
Hey, you got some
Evangelista?
lipstick on you.
Come on, get out. Really? Wow.
Red, dude.
Sort of feeling funny. Friday on Home and Family, a no-holds-barred interview with actor Jim Peary. You can see him spouting scripted dialogue in the sitcom Union Square. I can't believe Linda Evangelista gave me your number.
Oh, you're so lucky.
The next time someone shouts, "Hey, you big fat dope, what are you, deaf?" Be sure and smile and say, "Thanks for the compliment." That's one of the lessons in street slang Terry Bradshaw learns in the course of this home team highlight. His instructor is none other than style correspondent Cynthia Garrett.
Today's show is all about teens, and we're going to find out what's up with our teens, everything from their lingo, their music, to how they feel about love and relationships. You know a little bit about teen lingo?
I know all about it. I mean, everything. And speaking...
Let's test it.
What
does dope mean?
Who?
Dope.
Dope. Stuff you shouldn't take.
Well,
Stupid.
That's
Stupid.
very good. That's very good.
You dope?
No.
Stupid.
Dope nowadays means cool.
Oh.
What about deaf?
Deaf?
Yeah.
Huh?
No, that means cool too.
Oh, does it?
What about fat?
Fat? Overweight.
That means cool too.
All right, well, then fat right on, huh? Dope, fat. Hey, you should learn something every day of your life.
Yeah.
There shouldn't a day go by you shouldn't learn something. Me, I know now that when people call me dope, cool.
You're cool.
Cool.
You're cool.
Dope. Suddenly, we're watching the homie team. What's happening here? When's Terry going to crack a 40, break out the boombox, and bust a move, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Word. I'll give you a 40, all right. Friday on the home team, wacky toys for kids, not adults. These toys don't come in brown paper wrappers, Alan. It's a family show, for God's sake. Stop trying to make it something smutty. When his wife gave birth to quintuplets, some said it was a blessing from God. But Sean wasn't so sure. Multiple births can bring their own share of hardships, and now he and his wife are considering divorce. Here he is telling Montel Williams what it's like having so many mouths to feed.
You originally had 5 babies, correct?
Right.
1 passed.
Right.
And we're sorry for that. And you have 3 other children who have some serious medical problems.
No, we have four other girls, and 2 have had eye surgeries and stuff like that, but they've had surgeries when they were smaller because they were so underweight when they were born.
It was tough. Now, what has this done to your marriage?
Well, my opinion is I think this drug ought to be either monitored better or it needs to be taken off the market, because a lot of people see this and they think, this is really neat and stuff, but there's not a lot that's neat about it. I've lost a son, I'm losing my wife, and basically I feel like I'm losing everything.
And it has been that rough for you.
Yeah.
Part of it has been just being able to handle the daily grind of taking care of 4 babies.
Right. Every day you think there's no way that I can make enough to support these kids, and the donated money that's came in, we're slowly running out of, and it's going to be someday that we're just going to wake up and we're going to be broke.
The divorce rate in multiple birth families is around 70%. Tom is hoping he and his wife can work things out. Friday on Montel, I'll do anything for you. I mean anything.
Can I introduce the next clip?
All right, anything but that.
You said anything.
Enough with those gestures, Tom. You know how I feel about that.
What bad?
Still ahead on the soup. Find out what it's like to die and go to heaven. And after this break, meet the boy genius creators of South Park. Welcome back, Tom. Hey.
There's always something CNN headline news.
Welcome back. I'm John Henson. Trey Parker and Matt Stone created Comedy Central's #1 rated show, South Park, by replacing real actors with paper cutouts. Cool, huh? It's only a matter of time before other cable shows catch on and swap their flesh and blood hosts with cartoonish facsimiles. I can hardly wait. Anyway, here are Trey and Matt telling Jay Leno about the origins of their fine program. Enjoy.
Who's from South Park originally?
I'm from like real near. South Park's a county, so I'm from
so
like
you're,
up in the mountains.
So you're from there.
Yeah.
Does this reflect life in that part of the country?
Yeah. you know, people are weird there.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, are there any statistics to back this up? You just say they're weird.
I just say they're weird. I go back now and drive around. Like, these people are weird.
Yeah.
So I come back to L.A. where it's like all normal. So.
Aren't there a lot of UFO abductions and sightings or something?
It's like the number one. South Park is like the #1 place for UFO sightings and cattle mutilation.
I learned that from Robert Stack. From
Oh, really?
Unsolved Mysteries. Actually, that goes back. Yeah. So, have you ever seen a UFO yourself?
I was abducted.
Really?
I swear.
And you were taken to another planet?
I was the thing in my...
And they dressed you and sent you back to Earth?
Trey says he's a huge fan of that chick from Species. So don't let the crushed velvet pants and platform shoes fool you. He's all man. Friday on The Tonight Show...
Friday on The Tonight Show, one of the most unsavory holiday salutes ever devised. Meet a kid who can actually burp the melody of Jingle Bells. Yeah, talk about your must-see TV, huh? It seems that solitaire is no longer the only game in town. In this Loveline highlight, a young caller named Duncan reveals that he masturbates in front of his female roommate. What? In the same room. With the lights on. They don't even run the bathroom sink to cover up the noise or anything. Weird.
His roommate is a bisexual voyeur who watch you masturbate in front of her, right?
Yeah.
And both of her sponsor thought it was not a good idea.
So she's an AA. You're both in recovery.
This is an AA sponsor of her, right?
Yep.
Is she involved in SA at all?
No, she isn't.
Okay. Lou, you had something to say
Yeah,
about
I wanted to know. I had a question for you, actually. How healthy is it to be doing this, masturbating in front of someone else? Isn't masturbation by nature a private act?
Well, you do it in a pinch. I mean, what I mean is it's quite a waste to do it. Right? You know what? Masturbating in front of each other is like two people standing on the same side of a tennis court, smacking the ball into the fence. You know, it's like, hey, why don't you just break it up and have a game?
And the beat goes on. Hey, good news, Loveline callers. Tandem masturbation will be a featured event in the next Winter Olympics. So keep practicing, kids, because those Russians are pretty lonely. Yeah, I think so. Friday on Loveline, is there chillin' here, or are my nipples just naturally perky? Well, I better call Dr. Drew and Adam and find out. Yeah, we could have a couple of gold medalists right here on this staff. More Talk Soup dead ahead. When we return, a Sally guest is going to explain what it's like to kick the bucket.
I might forget my name after I'm dead?
That's right. You are, after all, confronted with infinity. And over the process of time, you might not remember your own name.
We're back! Yeah, we're back. Didn't anybody tell you?
No.
Back right now. Go ahead, take a look. See?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You forget how things work when you're gone for a couple of days. Hey, bad news, Mr. Hefner. According to Afterlife expert Tom Whalen, there ain't no sex after death. Bummer. Whalen has co-written a book that describes exactly what's in store for dirt nappers. It's titled A Newcomer's Guide to the Afterlife, and it's perfect for even the most finicky corpse-to-be on your Christmas shopping list. Here's Miss Sally with the details.
Do I have to register when I get to the other side?
You do not have to register, but if you want, there is a central registry. So you can go to the central registry and register. It might be useful, though, for you, even if you don't go to the central registry, to write down your name, because you might forget it.
I might forget my name after I'm dead?
That's right. You are, after all, confronted with infinity. And over the process of time, you might not remember your own name, and it would help, too, if you jot down the names of your loved ones, too. Because it's a very sad thing to have forgotten your name.
Will my loved ones be there when I get there? In other words, will I find my grandmother, my grandfather, my family?
They will be there. In all likelihood, they will be there, but it is difficult to find them. Again, the central registry might help, but since no one is obligated to sign up and register, it might be hard to find them.
Tom's right. Death does make people forgetful. When my Uncle Conway died, he forgot to keep breathing and to control his bowels, then to stop rotting. That's pretty darn forgetful right there with the rotting of the bowels between those two. Friday on Sally, meet guests who have triumphed over tragedy. I promise to appear on a similarly themed show the day after my Talk Soup contract runs out. Well, it looks like we've exhausted the comic possibilities of another show. I am out of here!